Is this the best lens for car photography? Let's find out. This is the Sigma 18 to 35mm art HSM lens. It features a low aperture of f1.8 and mainly designed for use with crop censored cameras, but it can be used with full frame cameras. It has a hypersonic motor for quick autofocus, and due to having internal focus and zoom, it doesn't change the length of the lens for more convenient handling. So this is the lens we're going to be using for today's project, but what about the car I've selected? This is a 2019 Mini Cooper S. It's my nan's, and yes, of course it has a sports exhaust system. It is powered by a 2-litre turbo engine with a 7-speed auto box. I'm not a massive fan of its looks, but overall it is a very well made and very good handling little hatchback, and it does drive really well. So we've got the lens, we've got a really nice car, let's go find somewhere to shoot, and I'll see if this is the best lens for car photography, because I personally believe it is. The Cooper S is actually a really fun car to drive. I'm not a huge fan of modern cars, I think they are heavy and dull, but this with its 2-litre turbo and smooth gearbox is actually really good on the road. It handles well, gives good feedback to the driver, and has quite a cool interior. It's like a sports car with all the practicality and comfort of a hatchback. So I'm at the first location now, let's see what kind of photos we can get. So in my last video I said about how locations are annoying near me, but I found this industrial estate that has some potential for interesting backdrops. I'm just walking around getting a feel for the car at the moment. All these photos on screen are edited. If you want me to do some more videos on how to edit them, let me know in the comments. I'm currently using my Canon 5D Mark IV. It has this really awesome touch sensor screen. As long as the lens is in autofocus, you can tap the screen where you want the camera to focus and take a photo. It's great for selecting objects in photos. So I wasn't a fan of these images, the location was a bit dull, so I got back in the car and drove around a bit and found these really cool old petrol pumps. I find cars work way better in these sort of settings. The combination of car and industrial objects works so well, especially petrol pumps or any old infrastructure such as bridges and roads. I'm just walking around the car taking photos from all angles to get a good feel. I went behind this wall and tried to use the weeds for some depth of field, both portrait and landscape photos. Now I'm going to go inside the car and drop in the shutter speed so it's slower to allow more light to enter the sensor. The touchscreen is very handy in here. Now into the back. Now a little trick in 4-seater cars, you can remove the headrest and you can get a more POV style shot of the wheel and pedals. Now I'm going to try some macro stuff. Macro is really close up details of the car, such as the lights or the badges. and these can be really interesting shots, as sometimes a logo is part of what makes the car special, like the Cooper S or the taillights on this car. Trying to use the environment to make the photos more interesting, I'm going to go over to the petrol pumps and take some depth of field photos of them, showcasing the pumps and the car to make an interesting composition. So guys, is this the best lens for car photography? Well, if I'm honest, there's pros and cons to all lenses, but I will say this, it is an absolute beast of a lens. The picture quality is insane. It works really well with like low light, so you know, if you're working with shadows, a dull overcast day like it is today, it works really well. It sort of helps with interior photos. Because you can get down to that lovely f1.8, it allows for a really shallow depth of field, so you can get some really interesting pictures that way with the macro sort of stuff I showed you. Yeah, it's an absolute beast of a lens. The cons are obviously being a telephoto prime, it is really restricted to 35mm and below. And if you go lower than 35mm, you start to introduce a lot of vignetting, which is okay if you're going artistic, but it's not great for just your everyday shooting. Also, they do cost quite a bit, I think it's about £500, but apart from that, it's a very, very good lens. I'm paired it also, if you're interested, with my Canon 5D Mark III. Really, really, really good camera. This is my absolute workhorse of a camera. But yeah, overall, I love this lens for shooting cars. It really, really, really makes cars look very pretty. And I hope you guys have enjoyed my Nan's Mini Cooper S in this video. If you'd like me to do a review of this car, because I would actually like to do a road review of it, because it's a very exciting car to drive. Not that I'm hugely into modern cars, like I said, but this one is actually quite a exciting and fun little drive. So yeah, if you would like that, don't forget to leave me a comment. Guys, this brings me to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this lens. I hope you want to get one yourself, because it's actually a really, really good lens to play around with car photography and that sort of stuff, as you can see from the photos in this video. Very, very nice lens indeed. All the photos from the video will be on my Instagram, link in the description. Guys, also, I've gone back to using TikTok now, so if you want to see more short form content, then hit me up, McLaren_media, like this channel on TikTok, and you'll be able to see all that content there as well. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Keep enjoying those rusty, crusty, modified cars, and enjoy taking photos of them as well. Let's get out of here.